Now, the impact on relationships and nervous system regulation that being playful has is pretty significant. So, while active play strengthens physical health and teaches skills, being playful enriches the emotional and psychological aspects of our relationships. It helps maintain a joyful, connected vibe, even in potentially stressful caregiving necessities, which in turn nurtures empathy and cooperation. So, this mindset significantly reduces anxiety and enhances overall well being, helping both the dog and the human navigate daily challenges with more ease. Being playful plays a crucial role in regulating the nervous system through experiences of connection.
Hi, I'm Kathy Kowalik, and I believe that our dogs connect us to the heart and soul of what really matters in life. So hang out, and we'll take a deep dive into the human-dog connection and explore strategies that will inspire you to create legendary, enlightened partnership with your dog. This is the Enlightened by Dogs podcast.
Well, hello, Kathy Kowalik here, your host of Enlightened by Dogs. And I'm just delighted that you're here tuning in today. And thank you so much for spending this time with me. Today, we're talking about fun and playfulness and how it could make such a big difference in our life with dogs. So, this month in my members communities, our theme is fun, laugh, love. And we have 30 days of journal prompts to help bring more lightheartedness into our life with dogs because, well, as you know, it can be really hard when we have a sensitive, anxious, reactive dog that needs our attention and support. It can be exhausting, right? Or we have a new rescue that we're integrating into our family, or a new puppy that we so earnestly want to get started on the right path. And sometimes we just get too serious, yeah? Studies of how the nervous system heals indicate that it's the small moments that matter. Over time, small moments will add up to the big changes that we want in our life. Even as and until your dog's brain and nervous system changes, and yours too, you can feel better. You can strengthen your resilience, even during times when life feels chaotic and your dog's behavior just isn't very calm. Now, the two main ways of exercising your brain and stress response system for increased resilience are connection and playfulness. So today we're mostly talking about playfulness, but I wanted to slip in a few reminders about connection first. So, number one, we don't just need connection. Connection is our baseline for living. The absence of connections can initiate a stress response, and a chronic lack of connection can lead to the accumulation of toxic stress and a nervous system gone haywire. It's the same for us and for our dogs. All right, point two, reminder number two. I talk a lot about being available for connection and creating opportunities for connection with our dogs, especially our vulnerable dogs, and about seeing our dogs for who they truly are in the moment and offering them connection. Why? Because connection is that powerful. We know that our dogs need it to survive, and we need it to survive too. So, where do you receive that type of connection? Reminder number three is to find your connection. Your dog needs to feel safe, seen, and secure, and so do you. If you want to parent your dog that way, well, that means that you need to find people who can tend to you in the same way. People who don't judge you and who really get you. Connection changes the brain for both your dog and you. And this is what prompted me to create my programs with a strong and loving community. Dog moms working to strengthen connection and co-regulation with their dogs need to receive connection and co-regulation themselves. Yeah? So, reminder number 4, moments of connection can help even if you get them without leaving the house. Like sending a text with a funny meme to a friend, sharing laughs about like impactful scenes with a friend after you both watch an episode of your favorite show. Simple things like just texting a share like that, right? And coming into our Brilliant Partners community and sharing a win, a challenge, a special moment that you had with your dog that day. Every moment of feeling seen and known and accepted for who you are is a little boost to the brain, and they add up. All right, connection matters moment by moment by moment. All right, now let's talk about why playfulness matters. So let's start with talking about active play versus being playful. So active play involves specific structured activities like fetch, search and find, agility training. These activities are physically engaging with clear rules and objectives and are typically scheduled into our day. Active play is crucial for a dog's physical health and mental health, offering clear opportunities to build trust and cooperation. Yeah, so it's a good thing. Now, being playful, in contrast, is about adopting a lighthearted, spontaneous attitude throughout the day. It's less about structured activities and more about infusing fun and creativity into routine interactions like grooming or any type of caregiving that you're engaging in with your dog. So this playful approach doesn't follow a set schedule or have any rules, and it can be integrated into any moment to make daily tasks more enjoyable. Now, the impact on relationships and nervous system regulation that being playful has is pretty significant. So, while active play strengthens physical health and teaches skills, being playful enriches the emotional and psychological aspects of our relationships. It helps maintain a joyful, connected vibe, even in potentially stressful caregiving necessities, which in turn nurtures empathy and cooperation. So, this mindset significantly reduces anxiety and enhances overall well being, helping both the dog and the human navigate daily challenges with more ease. Being playful plays a crucial role in regulating the nervous system through experiences of connection. So let's think about this. So playful interactions bring some benefits like reducing stress. Being playful triggers the release of endorphins, and these interactions help relax both you and your dog, reducing anxiety. Being playful enhances social connection, and this promotes a feeling of positive social engagement that we need, our dogs need, and it's crucial for our socially oriented nervous systems and brains, which in turn reinforces social bonds and security, all the things that we need. Being playful builds resilience. Regular playful engagement teaches the nervous system to return to calm after stress. And that in turn enhances adaptability to life. Yeah. And one more benefit to being playful is that it stimulates neuroplasticity. By encouraging brain growth and adaptability, playful behavior makes both dogs and humans more capable of handling life's varied situations. Yeah, how cool is that? Now, integrating a playful approach into our daily life does more than make routines enjoyable, but that's a really good benefit. It transforms our our ordinary routines into opportunities for deepening connection and enhancing well-being for us and for our dogs. So when we foster a playful mindset, both us and our dogs can enjoy a life that's more filled with joy, resilience, and mutual understanding and connection, highlighting why being playful is as important, if not more so, than active play. I hope I made my case there. All right, so the main idea here is playfulness isn't something to do, it's a way to be. Can I say that again? Playfulness isn't something that you do, it's a way to be. It's a way of being. Okay. So playfulness strengthens your dog's green zone brain and yours too. And you can infuse playfulness into the mundane or necessary tasks that you already do every day, like feeding your dog, hooking up the leash, picking up poo, folding the laundry. You can be playful while trimming nails, brushing out undercoat, drying off wet and muddy fur and paws. You can even be playful while you make dinner, wash dishes, and dust the furniture. Yeah. And so here are a few ideas of how I incorporate playfulness into my daily routines with my dogs. And these are all things that my dogs absolutely love. All right, number one is I make up a happy and kind of nonsensical song while I check my dog's blood glucose and inject her insulin. So I just sing a little silly song like, check in the glucose, baby. Check in the glucose, yeah. Check in the glucose is so, so good, 'cause coming up next is your yummy food. Right, it's just something silly that I make up, right? Okay, but it makes that whole procedure that is potentially stressful and like a little painful, uncomfortable because I'm pricking her, that makes it an opportunity for connection. Okay. Number two is I make toweling off like wet coats and feet a fun experience by laughing and having fun while I give the dogs a playful and feel good scratch with the towel as I dry them off. And I just make it really fun and fast, and it feels good and it's playful. They love it. They line up. They want to go next. Yeah. The third thing that I do is I sing along with a fun song sometimes, like as we walk through the pasture, especially if, I don't know, like I need to lighten up the day or lighten up the mood, or like if I'm feeling a little stressed, or maybe one of my dogs is, or maybe there's something that's on my mind that's worrying me. And this helps me to be present and playful. And so one of my favorite songs is Pharrell's song, Happy. And I often play it on my phone while we're walking because it makes me happy to sing along. So I just like cue that up and I play that and we sing. It's kind of fun and the dogs love it. And then the fourth example that I'll give you is that I playfully engage with my dogs as I trim their nails. So sometimes I make up a little story about their toes and how freeing it is to have trimmed nails, and how having trimmed nails enables us to have adventures. Like I might tell a story like, There once was a girl dog who loved to run. She was fast as anything that ever was. When her nails got long, it slowed her down. So when the grinder came out, she jumped around like a clown. This one is long. Oh, now it's perfect. This one is hard, just like your Mama Sue's. This one is crooked, and this one is nice. This one is weird, and this one is white. And so I'm just telling a little story as I go through my dog's nails, making it interesting and engaging and fun and an opportunity for connection and bonding. You get the idea? All right, so let's think about enhancing our bond through playfulness. So, one aspect of our lives with dogs that often goes unnoticed is how routine procedures like medical care can affect our relationship. So, as I already briefly talked about, when my border collie Raven was recently diagnosed with diabetes, it introduced a twice daily routine of blood glucose checks and insulin injections. Now, as you can imagine, like starting this, so just, put yourself in this situation. Like, I'm already stressed. My dog was sick. As a matter of fact, I took her to emergency and she was in ICU for an entire week. I nearly lost her. It was pretty devastating. And as a result, she came home, with a damaged pancreas and diabetes. So she needed insulin and a different type of care, right? At a whole new level. And so it was, our nervous systems were a little wanky, and you just imagine, right? And now we had to establish a new routine of, twice daily glucose fasting checks and insulin injections and all that. And so this certainly could have been a stressful ordeal to get her cooperative with that. And like I had to hit the ground running, right? Like, like I brought her home and we had to start, boom. Like there was no acclimating or getting used to or anything. It was just, we've got to do this. Yeah. And so what I did was just became playful. It's because it's what we already do. How I already am so much of the time, but especially when there's anything that might be a little bit stressful. And by infusing these moments with playfulness and a spirit of collaboration, like it's something that we're doing together, we turn that potential stress into an enhancing connection, right? So I sing that silly upbeat song and I make it a time of connection that she actually looks forward to rather than dreads. And so all of my examples that I gave you, from singing during walks to making up stories while trimming nails, share a crucial commonality that I want to share with you. This is really important. I do these activities with my dogs, not to my dogs, not for my dogs, but with my dogs. And this distinction is fundamental in our interactions because it fosters a sense of teamwork and mutual respect. It's about sharing the moment rather than imposing something on my dog. You know what I mean? And so shifting from doing to our dogs to doing with our dogs replaces the power over dynamic that disrupts connection and damages our relationship with a collaborative approach. And this fosters a bond that not only minimizes stress and resistance, it boosts our dog's confidence, enhances trust, and it makes caregiving a shared joy. All right. So, as we wrap up our exploration of being playful and doing with, let's consider how you can more deeply integrate this approach into your daily life with your dogs. And so, Here are some ideas to help you make this shift. Number one, playful connection. Pick a routine task like feeding or leashing and turn it into a playful, collaborative ritual. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Something as simple as using a funny voice or doing a little happy dance can make a big difference. Try it out. Number two, caregiving collaboration. Like during grooming sessions, involve your dog in playful choices, like something simple like let them choose the brush. Just present, the choice of brushes and say which one. And it just brings in a sense of agency and playfulness. It's kind of cool. Or create a story together about the adventure of grooming. You might say, today we're grooming to get ready for a royal ball, and make up a little story as you go. And then number three, reflection. So after these collaborative, playful sessions, take a moment to reflect on how your dog responded to being more involved in the activity and to you being more playful. Did they seem more relaxed, engaged, joyful? Use your observations to further adjust your approach and deepen your mutual enjoyment every day, day after day. So I think that when you adopt these playful, more inclusive practices, that you encourage a spirit of partnership that enriches every interaction with your dog, even those sometimes unpleasant ones. And we can move beyond merely doing things for or to our dogs and start doing things with our dogs, celebrating every moment of joy and connection. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you found this helpful and that you'll put it to use. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you're going to put into practice, and have an amazing week with your dogs. And in the meantime, be brilliant. Bye bye for now.
Thanks so much for listening. And hey, if you would like to work with me so that I can help you discover the missing pieces you need so that you and your dog can finally be happy and enjoy life together, then head on over to dancingheartsdogacademy.com and request your invitation to join us in the Brilliant Partners Academy when the doors open for the next enrollment. See you next time, and remember, a brilliant partnership with your dog makes your whole life brilliant.